Hello there guys, my name is Jagan P. Dwarf and welcome back to another Space Engineer Spotlight. Today we are looking at the Cyclop MK2 by a guy called Darkbinder, and this is his craft. Now this is a small ship, just to let you know, and it is absolutely sick. It looks like things are being taken off it and reattached. It just looks so lived in and so beautiful to me that I just had to show it off. I saw it on the workshop, it's fairly new, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal, and the inside is really well done as well. However, I will have a few things to talk about with the interior, but overall the craft looks gorgeous. It does have these large wing sections and large thruster sections that you do see, and those do rotate, and we'll show you that later on in the video. But this thing is like an exploration craft from what I can tell, as you've got a few guns, you've got a bit of protection, but you've also got a lot of areas to live in here. It does cater for a few people. Without further ado, we'll have to just get into this craft. Now, to get into this craft, there is like a cargo door just underneath here, as you can see, and if I go into F6 mode, you'll see it fold down. Now, so if I press this, it folds down. Now, I love this door, and I will really want to use this door on, you know, just my own builds, because it's so much more useful than making something out of pistons that can break really easily. But we can bring up the boarding ramp, and we are left with this large area. Now, I'm unsure what this large area is for. I reckon it's just for like a general room that you'd probably stack a lot of stuff in that you will be taking out with you into, you know, space or onto a planet and things like that. And we've got a lot of gyroscopes in here. As you can tell, this ship is quite big, so it does need these. And yeah, it's really nice and airy in here. It's not cramped at all. And I think the one thing that does kind of let this ship down is there is too much open space, and I feel there could be a bit more to it, but I'll explain that a bit more when we see further into the ship. We have these side doors on this craft, and these side doors allow you to view out into the back, see how far you are from a planet, or to see where your crews are on a planet. And they really do allow for some easy viewing of space as well. So if you want to be just nosy and, you know, recon out into space, you can. And then of course we can also see the landing gears and see if they have actually dropped down and things, because these things do move and they do attach to the floor and whatnot, and it is really nice to see all the moving parts while you're inside the craft. This room is mirrored on the other side, so it is exactly the same, but I'll show you it anyway. So as we go over here, we'll open this door and it is mirrored. So we do have two of those rooms, so maybe if you were coordinating a few people out on the ground, you could use those windows to good use while having the door closed. And coming through here, we've got some screens which could show some visualization, some, you know, information on the ship, communications between the cockpit and here maybe, I don't know, or just general mission briefs and stuff. Now coming through this door, and it is a red door, so I'm indicating the red door means like past that red door is danger, no oxygen. And in here we do have some med bays which are really nicely indicated as red, like, you know, danger again. So if you need these, they're there and you can see them and they're visible. And we've also got some clever use of the maglocks here. So I believe the use of these maglocks is so you can use them to hold tools on, because I've seen it done in other ships where they set them to auto lock, drop say a gun on there, and then you've got a gun hovering in midair waiting for you to pick it up, and then you can use it and it's a tool ready to use, which is quite nice as well. I do like that idea. However, it can become a little bit annoying or bothersome when things start flying around and getting loose and stuff, but it's really nice either way. Now this room is again really quite large, and I wasn't too keen on this room just because of how large it was. You could potentially do a bit more with this room, maybe make it, maybe show a few more of the systems, some of the oxygen systems and things like that, maybe. But all in all, it is very airy, and I do like the fact that this small ship has got so much space to offer. Now, coming around here, we have my favourite room, as you guys will know, and he's actually cordoned off the toilet, so you have a bit of privacy while other people take showers and stuff. And just had a bit of a lag drop then, Jesus Christ, don't know what I've done. But we got some showers, we got a screen with a rack there for maybe putting your clothes on and your towels, and a sink. So we'll get out of here, out of my favourite room, because I know how much you guys hate that room, and we'll head over here. So over here is the changing rooms, and we do have the maglocks again for potentially carrying things or holding things for you. And just behind you can see that we do have the oxygen generators. Now in this room I don't believe we actually have any oxygen. Do we? No, we don't have any oxygen in this room, but maybe, I don't know how that works in all fairness. So if we can close this door, can we? There we go. So we'll close that door, and we'll also close this door and see what the oxygen does. So even though those are green, it's still saying we have no oxygen in here, which is slightly strange. Maybe something else is open or something, I don't know. But either way, it's really nice. If you did notice, with this room we do have some shutters. Now I'm unsure whether the shutters are for visual or not, but we will just see what they do, and you know, open them and then close them again if we don't like what they do. I think they're purely just for looks, but either way, what's the harm in giving it a go? And yeah, it's just purely for looks. It's just, he wanted to give it like a corrugated effect, which he's managed to do. It's just, I would have loved to have maybe had some windows hidden behind there so you could see out, but either way, it's a nice idea using blocks in different and unconventional ways. So close that door, and then we will head through. Before that though, we will also mention that these places, well, each room has a light switch, like I do and like a lot of other people do. They put light switches in them so you can turn them off when they're not in use, which is really nice, and I do like that idea. Now, where do you sleep? You sleep in here. You sleep in these very cozy beds that are currently broken. But we got these lovely beds here that you can sleep in, and double beds, which is quite luxurious in all fairness. And so we can sleep, what, 4, 8 if you were to top and tail. So there's a bit of space in here. And we do have light switches for different areas. So we have light switch, well, it's the same light switch, but we have like a bit of maybe an eating area, maybe, and just some general computer bits and bobbies. I love these vents on the roof, they look gorgeous. And we also have some seats, so you can take a seat, take a load off while you wait, and kill some time. Now, the one thing that I am a bit bothered by is the fact that these grav generators are sitting right here. You know, it's just a bit random, but I'm just nitpicking now, if I'll be honest. And we come to the door with the major blinkers on. So this is saying hazard, don't come in, or stop. And this is basically saying that you know, only important people can really come past this door, and those people are the people who fly the ships. Now these chairs do rotate, and unfortunately there are no other controls on here, so you could potentially use these as the gunner seats. I believe that's what they're for, but again, I'm not entirely sure. It'd be cool if they were. Maybe he's still working on that, maybe this is just an early iteration of it, but either way, it's really cool. And we do have some light switches here, so we can turn the lights all the way up if we really want to, and then we can also go dark and you know, go into a bit of a stealth mode. And what does this button do? That button opens the door back there, so you can actually have a bit of privacy and you know, keep some of the crew members out. And then we can sit in the seats, in which we are greeted with all these different looking things, and we are actually moving the craft now, as you can see outside. It's not the best visibility, but then again, large craft in real life or in a science fiction life, you'd actually have, you know, monitors and scanners and things. And yeah, we do have a lot of controls on this. So if I go V, I can actually show off these landing gears now. And we go 3, and that pushes out the 2 on the front and the 2 on the back, and those come down at a nice level, so the boarding ramp can come down as well. So if I hit 4, the boarding ramp comes down, and it doesn't actually come to the same level, which is I don't know, maybe that could be altered by just altering the length of the pistons, but that's really nice, really cool. Easy boarding and offloading of stuff, which is nice, especially on a big craft like this. And we'll just close those two back up. And we do have the Pierre de Resistance, which is, if we hit 2, these thrusters will rotate. And I believe these are for maneuvering and landing and takeoff. So you can have these as they are now to get a lot of up thrust, and then you can hit 2 and have them so you can go into like a hover, and then, you know, or go downwards. I don't know. Either way, they're really, really cool looking, and I just love the look of it when they're just, you know, in their positions. They look absolutely monstrous. Oh, now we got some cannons, and we got some like what's these 50mm fixed guns? They're pretty cool. We want the other guns now, don't we? So if we go burst gun, we want to turn that block on, and we want some control. Ooh. Yeah, so these things are quite cool. They seem like the heavy hitters, so you can, you know, get some really... Oh wow. They have a few shots on them as well, which is really cool. I do like how they've got like this long arm to them, and it looks, you know, they can rotate quite a lot, which is cool, and the like the boxes of ammunition underneath, which is really nice. But yeah, I think that's really about it. We've got a bunch of things here which are for the thrusters, so we can actually play around with the thruster control, and you know, just turn these up and down for said side wings to work properly. So you'd have to really get a good handle on which buttons to press at what time, or maybe make it a censored thing. That'd be pretty cool. But we have nothing else on the tab, and that's about it really in this ship. So if you guys have enjoyed looking at the Cyclop MK2 by Darkbinder, then go check it out on the workshop. Leave the link in the description below. If you like the new format of the videos with the startups and the outros and all the other gubbins, then don't be afraid to tell me. I've put a lot of work into it, and hopefully it makes the channel look a bit more prettier and a bit more up to date. And I will see you guys later. Peace!